Hello my loves, it's Monica and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited because I'm coming back with a new Cozy Games video. Basically the other day I was just making a list of upcoming Nintendo Switch Cozy games that are coming out in the month of, or in the year of 2022 that I really wanted to make sure that I kept on my radar, and I was like, I should really share this list with all of you. So that's what I'm going to do today. I actually have 10 games exactly that are coming out, or supposed to be coming out this year, and I'm so excited to share them with all of you. But before I dive in, I do want to give a big thank you to this video sponsor, which is Book of the Month. And Book of the Month is a super popular and fast-growing online book service for readers. Their mission is to help new and emerging authors get discovered while also helping readers discover books they love. And the way that it works is their team vets hundreds of books to choose a selection of new and early release titles so that you can spend more time reading and less time researching. And I love Book of the Month because they also have a fantastic skip policy, so if for some reason you're just not into any of the book picks for that month, you can skip and you won't be charged. And I am particularly excited for one of the picks for the month of July, and that is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. And Gabrielle Zevin is the critically acclaimed author of The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry, I think that's how you say that, and I have just heard such amazing buzz about this book in particular, and I thought that this was really fitting for this video because a big theme in this book is actually gaming. So our two main characters, we follow them across, I believe, a span of 30 years, from when they're children to college and then up into adulthood, and across the country as they move around and grow as characters. But basically they meet when they're really young and then meet again when they're in college, where they end up developing this game that goes incredibly viral and really launches their career and launches them into stardom and wealth and all of that. And so this is a story that's supposed to explore themes of friendship, grief, and also disability. One of our main characters deals with chronic pain, and so we see a lot from his perspective and that experience, and also just like the experience of gaming too, and sort of the redemptive power that gaming can have. And that's just something that I find really, really intriguing. I also love this in the synopsis, they refer to the two friends often in love but never lovers. There's just something I love about that, and I'm really excited to dive into this book and get to know these characters, and also just see how gaming and that whole world of game development is depicted in this book. Because while I have read some books that have sort of a gaming element to it, I've never read one that feels quite as grounded or human as this one will, or this one seems like it will. And Gabrielle Zevin is just such an amazing author that I'm really, really excited to read their take on this topic. So that is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, and I love Book of the Month because they have the best price for new release hardcover fiction. So you can get, if you want to pick up this book, you can get it for such an amazing deal. And if it's your first time signing up for Book of the Month, you can use the code SUNNY to get your first book for only $9.99. So thank you so much to Book of the Month for sponsoring this video. Now on to the games. So again, in this video I will be talking about the top 10 cozy games that are still coming out in 2022. A quick disclaimer though, obviously none of these games are out yet, and especially for the ones that are coming out in the later part of the year, things might still change. You know, I've had it before where I've made an upcoming Cozy Games video and then the developers sign a deal with a platform and then suddenly it's not available on Switch anymore. I am hoping that since these are coming out this year that won't happen, but obviously like dates and things may change too, so just keep that in mind if you're watching this video months from now and things have changed. That's probably what has happened. And also lastly, if you love all things cozy from Cozy Games, cozy books, etc., be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a future upload. And you can also find me over on Instagram and TikTok if you are on those platforms. Now I'm going to dive into talking about some of the upcoming cozy games on the Switch, and the first one is coming out in just a few days, and that is Bear and Breakfast. So this is a game that I have been so highly anticipating for a long time now. I know that there was a Steam demo for a bit and I did download it, but I just didn't play it. I really struggle with playing demos sometimes because I just like, when I finally play a game, I want it to be like the finished version, you know? So I haven't played the demo at all, but I've heard wonderful things from people who have played the demo. So what initially drew me to this game is that the animation and story just give me such Cartoon Network vibe. Like there's something so nostalgic about the style of this game, and I could honestly see it being adapted into like a Cartoon Network show, which would be so fun. I would love to watch a little show about a bear running a bed and breakfast. That would be adorable. So as I mentioned, in this management adventure game, you play a bear opening a bed and breakfast. You get to build up and decorate your bed and breakfast while also foraging and keeping guests happy, and I believe there is also a bit of a mystery in the town for you to unravel. For me particularly, I am especially excited for a management game that isn't on a farm. I mean, I love a farm management game. I think I have a couple on this list, but it's just fun to have something a little bit different, to be managing like an actual bed and breakfast. Also, one of my favorite things when I'm reading is like stories set in hotels, so definitely very excited to have a game in that vein. But yeah, very excited to just like manage and build out something new, a cute little bed and breakfast. And I've heard the decorating in this game is also really fun, so I'm so excited for that. But this one comes out on July 28th, the day after my birthday, so happy birthday to me. So I cannot wait to pick this one up when it's out. Now, unfortunately for these next two, I don't have solid release dates yet. However, they are listed as summer 2022, so here's hoping that's true. The first one is Ooblets, and Ooblets, I just love saying, I love saying that word so much. Ooblets, bits, Ooblets. I just think it's so fun. But anyways, I've been wanting to play this game for ages, and it's been on PC for a while now, and I haven't done it. I haven't bit the bullet and downloaded that one because honestly, every time I watch the gameplay for it, I'm just like, this would be ideal for the Nintendo Switch. Like every time I watch it, I'm just like, oh, I just want this on my Switch so bad, and I've been waiting and it's finally happening, and I'm so excited. So Ooblets is kind of like Animal Crossing meets Pokemon meets Stardew from what I understand, and it just looks so cute and so fun and so chill. In this game, you travel to Badge Town where humans and Ooblets live together. Ooblets are these little creatures that love to dance. You start off the game with one, and then as you go you collect more, and you can even dance battle other townsfolk's Ooblets to collect seeds to farm and get more Ooblets. So your goals are really to build up the town, craft items, explore, and meet new people to build up relationships. And this one just sounds really adorable and chill. I love the idea of like dance battling versus like actual battling. I just think that's so quirky and cute. And yeah, I just heard wonderful things about this game from people who have played it, so I'm so excited to finally have it in my life and be able to play it. Looks adorable, and yeah, I'm very hyped. The other summer 2022 title is Locomotive, which is a whodunit murder mystery point and click game that maybe has the most clever and adorable title that I have ever heard of before. So in this point and click adventure, you board a luxury train where the eccentric owner has been murdered. You solve puzzles, meet suspects, and collect clues to solve the crime. And I love mystery games, and this one just looks so charming. The setting looks so fun, and I already, like just from the trailer, love the humor of the game. And I love just like the art too. It just looks so fun. Again, in the same vein as like hotels, I just love the concept of, what is it called when like it's like an enclosed world? I forget the term, but where like everything, you know, where one place kind of becomes its own little community world, and it's all different people from all different walks of life coming together. I just think it's so fun, and you get to like meet and interact with so many different types of characters, so that also really appeals to me in this one. And obviously I love a good whodunit. I'm like in my Agatha Christie era right now, so definitely a like good whodunit game that's just like super cute and funny. totally right up my alley. Then on August 20th is a game that I suspect might make me cry, and that is A Walk with Yaya. And this game sounds so simple but so lovely. Basically, you are a grandchild taking their grandmother out for a walk. She has suffered a pretty severe fall, and so you are taking her around the neighborhood to explore the town and just build up her confidence. And this game is a visual novel, so it's not like the type of game where you are defeating battles or anything like that to really like platform up. It's really about just moving the story forward and interacting with the story in order to, you know, get that narrative. And I love a visual novel because one, they're so relaxing and just, you know, a lovely sort of chill, calm down kind of game to pick up. And I love how engaging they are in the storytelling, and honestly every time I play one I just get so excited for the genre because I love to read, I love novels, and I'm just really excited for, you know, the fact that there is this new or new-ish style of storytelling that we have to play with and explore and expand into. So also sorry if you hear some sounds outside. Live in New York City, this is what happens. So for the most part I do try to keep these videos to like mostly indie games. However, I could not include this next game, and that is Disney Dreamlight Valley, which is coming out on September 6th, and I'm so excited for this one. It basically is like Disney's take on Animal Crossing. In this life sim, we're introduced to Dreamlight Valley, where Disney characters live together until something called the Forgetting causes the residents to lose their memories and dangerous plants to appear. Your mission is to help the characters remember their past and restore Dreamlight Valley to its former glory. You're able to explore the different realms, meet and build relationships with different characters, plus perform missions and more. There are, from what I understand, slated to be 4 realms at launch, but they are planning to expand and add more realms as the game goes on, and that is something that I'm really excited about, that we have this really cool, interesting, like life sim game that is just going to continue to expand. Now I'm sure it will be an upcharge every time if I were to guess, Disney being Disney, but you know what, I don't care. Like, if it's a good game, I'm down. I just have such high hopes for this one as someone who, you know, I grew up loving Kingdom Hearts and I've been wanting to play it so badly recently. My dream is that it one day comes to Switch, but I feel like this is the next best thing for me. It just, honestly, it might even be, and I don't hate me, don't hate me, it might be better because, at least for me, I was always someone, I loved the story in Kingdom Hearts and I loved the like visuals and I loved meeting all the characters, but I would always make my mom play the like actual like battles and everything because I suck at battles. And it's always something that, especially in Kingdom Hearts, it was always so stressful for me growing up. So, you know, this is basically like you get to interact with all the Disney characters and live in this magical world, but like it doesn't seem like there are going to be very intense battles. So we'll see how it goes. I'm very excited for what it ends up being in general. It just looks so cute and cozy and fun. This next one, I also don't have a hard launch date, but it's supposed to be coming out in September, and that is Lemon Cake. This is another one that's been out for a little while, but is finally coming to the Nintendo Switch, and it just looks so cute. So this is a farming and cooking simulator where you grow ingredients, learn and prepare recipes, and manage a bakery to keep customers happy. As I mentioned, this one's been out on PC for a bit now, and I've heard just great things from those who have played it already. The game itself looks super charming, and I kind of love how narrow the game is. From what I can tell, you exist within 3 areas within the bakery, the cafe, the kitchen, and the garden. And while I love a big, expansive world to explore, there's also something really quite comforting and nice about a contained life sim or contained game where you don't have a ton of like stuff to do. It's really about like these specific tasks. And yeah, I feel like that's something that is really kind of chill and nice to have every once in a while, along with obviously the big expansive games. So I always like a little mix of both. So this next one is my other probably most anticipated game of the entire year, probably a lot of people's most anticipated game, and that is Coral Island. And this one has an early Steam release date of October 11th and a Switch release date of just the last like few months of 2022. So fingers crossed that that happens. I might get it on both because I don't think I could wait for this one. I think I'm gonna need to have to play this one as soon as it's available on Steam, and then I will probably also get it on Switch because it just looks so good. This has been one that I've been following for so long. They're from their Kickstarter, which completely exploded. They ended up earning like over $1 million and just being incredibly successful, and I'm so excited to see how they used all of that to create their game. So this is a farming sim game where you grow crops, nurture animals, and befriend the islanders while revitalizing the town and diving to protect the surrounding coral reef. Part of what really excites me about this one is just the diversity of the cast of characters, and I love that with a team based in Indonesia, they've really infused the game with a rich sense of Asian culture that I'm so excited to experience firsthand. Obviously there are a lot of like farming, life sim, management kind of games out there, but this one, I feel like that is really what sets this one apart, is one, the like environmental part of it, and like, you know, going in wanting to like clean and preserve the coral reef, and also just like these characters that just seem so rich and alive, even just in the you know, character design. And yeah, I'm just so excited to meet them and explore this world and see how they incorporate the different elements of like Asian culture into it too, because I have heard that that is at least part of the game itself. So very, very excited for that. We're coming up on our last few games. So this next one is supposed to be coming out in November of 2022, and it's been billed as Stardew Valley meets Final Fantasy, and that is Harvestella. I'll also say that it definitely is giving me major Rune Factory vibes, and I have been loving Rune Factory. So basically this is the first game in a new series. It's a life sim RPG where you farm, craft, cook, and go on adventures to meet and get to know others in the surrounding villages, and then fight off and unravel the mystery of the Quietus, which is causing death and chaos in the surrounding villages. The style of this game is one that will always be an instant buy for me. I love the idea of having that like cozy, you know, farm sim kind of element along with this more fantastical quest element too. I will always find that super fun and exciting, so I love that. Very excited for that. And I will say another thing that really drew me into this game is just the art style. It looks stunning, so beautiful, and I'm so excited to get into this one and explore the world because it just looks stunning. So our penultimate game is The Spirit of the Mouse, and this one is coming out in fall 2022, and this one is definitely giving me major Ratatouille vibes, but also like maybe a sprinkling of Kiki's Delivery Service. So in this puzzle platformer game, you play as a little mouse called Lila. You're living in a small French village where your goal is to bring kindness and light to the people of the town by exploring, making friends, and doing good deeds. From the trailer, it looks like the gameplay is basically going and finding these little like electrical spark creatures and turning on various facilities that the townspeople need in order to function, and it just looks super adorable. I feel like this one especially will be such a perfect game for those like cozy fall autumnal nights. And again, I love the idea of being like a French village, definitely like major Ratatouille vibes from that. So that is Spirit of the Mouse. And now on to our final game. This one is just set for Q4 2022, and that is Mail Time. And this is like literally called a cottagecore game that's used in the description of the game itself. And just from the art style alone, you can definitely get that. So in this light platformer game, you play as a newly trained mail scout, and you deliver mail, meet characters, and explore the cottagecore world of Grumblewood Grove. I am obsessed with that town named Grumblewood Grove. It's adorable. And what immediately caught my attention with the game, as I mentioned, is the art. It just looks so stunning and comforting. I love that the developer really wanted to create this like cottagecore world to fall into, and I'm so excited to fall into it. It doesn't really sound like this one has any like major hurdles or battles or anything like that to get past, so I think this one will definitely take its spot in like one of my before bedtime games, those kinds of games that are just there to like soothe you and put you into a restful space, and I think this one will definitely be one of those games for me. Those are the 10 games that I'm so excited to pick up this year. I would love to hear from all of you. Which of these games are you the most excited for, or are there any games that I missed that you think I should have on my radar? Let me know in the comments down below. So once again, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future cozy content from me, and you can also find me over on Instagram and TikTok, and I hope you have the most wonderful day. Bye!